no game in this. Who will play next?
Get out my way, Lil. Get out my way, Lil. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top of it. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls, head to toe, designer. Drip, little bit, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. I can't hear the hate, got a lot of it. Take these bands to the bank, let them rot in it. So much ice on me, I wish I had 2 necks. I got homies that can sleep without 2. I got homies that can sleep without.
Really close about
Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of it. Walk up in the spot like, hey, what poppin' in? Come pop it for me, cause I'm rich and poppin' in. Yeah, drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top of it. Bust down with my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls, head to toe, designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. West LA, that where you find me though. Cha-cha matcha with it, rocking black clothes. Whipping around that Batmobile, ducking 5-0. If you step to me, then be prepared for smoke, little bro. Let me feel myself a little bit. Let me blow this down a little bit. Little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit.
Ooh, Bryce, we play week 15. Feel free not to play McCaffrey that game.
The MVP mark.
Hopefully hurt though.
Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check, I put 100 out of savings. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'm in these something, let me calm down front.
Yeah, he punted on the ball back there.
6 months in, I ain't down once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She says she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can say
That's his fault, man. Ain't no matter.
BA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Just a moment ago, the lights, the cameras, the action, all the pyrotechnics, everything was ablaze, everything was allowed here at Bank of America Stadium as Carolina emerged from their tunnel. And we are ready to go as the Panthers get set to match up with the Detroit Lions. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Straight through. 45 kicks last week.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards right off the bat. And a quick first down. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
2nd and 10. at the Lions.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Bridgewater. And he's taken down inside the 30. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 21-yard line.
On 2nd and a yard, Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
Bridgewater, a play fake to McCaffrey. He'll look to throw. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now he's hit. Bridgewater loses the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. He's at the 50, the 40, the 20, 10, and into the end zone. A scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown.
Lining up for the point after.
And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that in a great play for that defensive unit. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for, and take it.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Bridgewater going to lead the Panthers up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
They'll take over.
They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Here's a toss play right to Swift. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second down at the 42-yard line.
Back quite a ways here, facing second and 19. Throwing is Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And the Panthers have recovered. 20, 10. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Takes this about 5 yards deep.
There's no
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
They seen Eddie
They seen enough.
Stafford and the Lions now have it first and 10 at their own 23. Off of play action, he'll look to throw. Throwing deep for Galladay. And got his man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one good for 37 yards.
And the Lions first down.
Like Evans is taking a loss.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for first and 10. They'll run the toss to Swift. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
In the first quarter.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles about the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. Stafford going to give it to Swift. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down. Stopped at the Panthers' 26. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
9 yards.
They're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Now the second active leading rusher in the NFL, it's Adrian Peterson. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Tackle made at the 21-yard
Well,
line.
on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
On second down, Peterson. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. Third and 2, Stafford. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up 4th down. And this has no chance. It's no good, well wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept in a lot of games. And now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
Oh, good move. He finds an opening past the 40. Touchdown, Carolina! Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. What an excellent run. And from the beginning, the defense just looked a little fooled, a little out of position.
A little bit frozen, too, because when you hand the ball inside, you lose sight of it oftentimes as a defender, and your eyes naturally gravitate to the quarterback. And before they realized it, he was off and running through the thick of the line while the quarterback faked it and carried it outside.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Okay.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
From the 27, Stafford. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie Jeremy Chin. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions quote-unquote go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there and sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. If that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. It's big Trey Flowers getting in there that time for the sack.
Panther field goal. A 54-yard attempt.
And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From just shy of midfield, Stafford. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
But nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, second down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
At the 11-yard line.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Oh, nigga,
To throw again on second down. Bridgewater. That'll be complete to Cook. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 11 yards there, first down.
Yeah, you can come up with these nights. For every time.
I'll see y'all in 2021.
On first down, this is McCaffrey.
Motherfuckers never.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys responsible for the big route, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. From the 25 on second down. Bridgewater. That's going to be caught by Samuel. Now he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him a more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action. Bridgewater.
What'd you say, nigga?
He's got a man on the crossing route. That's more. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's good for 28 yards. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And Cook has it, left side. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And out of bounds right around the 20.
They certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
From the red zone now, Bridgewater. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Christian McCaffrey as the first half is winding down. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
That's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. They'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way out to the 46. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, it'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they start the second half with Johnson. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
On 2nd and 11 now. Stanford. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Derek Brown in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Out of the gun, Stafford. And that is incomplete. So coming up empty here to start the 3rd quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over there on the sidelines.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
How creepy it looking this weird.
I can't get into it, but I see
this Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. That one good for 33 and a first. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Not lies.
Got a man and he hits him in stride. And they were able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
We'll allow 1 touchdown.
A quarter.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he takes him into the end zone for the Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6.
Makes the score Panthers 28, Lions 6.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
That shit about to be the Heat tomorrow. We got the Heat
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's brought down after a very nice game. 23 yards the pickup there.
23 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
On 2nd down now, it's Peterson. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down. Stopped at the Panthers' 35. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
I think I like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
He made an appearance.
He make it up and down.
The shotgun snap for Stafford. And his throw is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10 now. 3rd quarter from Charlotte. To throw again. Stafford. His throw incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Yards to go.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Y'all got 6'4", maybe playing point guard.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And that will be incomplete. We saw this line the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They snap it to Stafford. That's to his running back, complete. But he will not get away. He stopped short of the marker. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Panthers will get the football back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now Bridgewater. And complete right side to Cook. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
As big as him, but, you know, actually,
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Throwing is Bridgewater. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
And there's a catch by Christian McCaffrey. He plays a huge role in the passing attack. He's caught over 100 passes each of the last 2 years. So he is a defense's nightmare because how do you identify him before the snap on every play? Is he a running back? Is he a receiver? Do you guard him with a defensive back, a linebacker? Whatever you do, he tends to have the answer himself and ends up making big plays.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 at the 25-yard line.
From the 25 on 2nd down. Bridgewater. Oh, what a juke into space. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 15-yard line. And we're back now in Charlotte. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but he rifles one that's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So now Stafford will bring up the Lions, and they'll go for 2. After the interception, here's Stafford. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Come on, Dre. Come on, Dre. Come on, Dre. Maybe Dion.
I'm about to JV up.
Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home, the next guy comes through and picks the ball.
And avoids the turnover.
I heard it earlier too.
Back at the 41. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
Got some skid marks.
Play fake. Bridgewater. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get him to 4th down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Here's Bridgewater. And it is incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Lions will take over. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
Some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
Given 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Here's Stafford. And unsuccessful there, trying to dump it underneath. That'll bring up 3rd down.
Johnson.
Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
Yeah, we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 19. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Again, it's Johnson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Well, there's zero doubt that the Detroit Lions like Kerryon Johnson's ability, but he's been dinged up a little bit in his first 2 years in the NFL, so they went out and used a day 2 pick this past year on DeAndre Swift, the rookie runner out of Georgia, hoping, I think, to pair them together and maybe send a message. But I think if Kerryon Johnson can stay on the field, he can be a powerful productive back in the NFL.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run it with Johnson. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Kerryon Johnson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. So now here come the Lions up to go for 2. Operating from the gun, Stafford. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. So they get the conversion. And now we're back to a 1-score game. So here we go. They'll need the recovery, obviously, then a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. 4th quarter, it felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run
boy,
like
I'm
we
about to
just
say,
saw.
somebody else heard that shit. That's a bitch on a bone.
Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, 36 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification. That's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him as we've seen. But you say 3 rushing touchdowns and, of course, throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Dante Jackson picks it. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Good gain there on first down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
They're not in any rush offensively. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes him back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Carolina, they keep pace.